On to Auckland and a semi-final against Pakistan in front of a capacity crowd at Eden Park. Martin Crowe, petrified of the rain-affected match rules, wins the toss and bats first. John Wright is recalled in place of Rod Latham to open with Mark Greatbatch. Captain Martin Crowe, who will bat at number 4, goes into the game with a World Cup average of 121. Pakistan include 2 leg spinners. Iqbal Sikandar comes into the side to join forces with Mushtaq Ahmed, and Imran Khan plays and will bowl as Pakistan bid to reach their first World Cup final.
Wasim Akram to John Wright. The open stance, the bat on the toe. Flicks it just ball to square, and then a short leg Javed looking to his left. So 2 to Wright. Over the top, that's the first boundary, that's a 6, top edge, cutting away, Wasim Akram, Mark Greatbatch, who's had a wonderful tournament, brings up another 6, that's his 13th 6 in the World Cup.
Only about 45-50 metres in that area. As I mentioned, Mark Greatbatch plays for Auckland in the domestic competition, knows the ground pretty well, he knows where to hit them. John Wright is now on strike.
That's a fine shot. Wright finds a gap, that's 4.
Beautifully timed there by John Wright. Whereas he was jabbing at the ball outside off stump in the first couple of overs, a little bit more relaxed there and really timed that one sweetly.
Greatbatch now on strike. Javed again. Big crowd here at Eden Park. Oh, he's hit that miles. It's a short boundary. Oh, this will go into second tier. Huge 6. Down she comes off the concrete. What a shot. Down the wicket he goes. Take that, Aqib Javed.
Well, Mark Greatbatch has certainly got that one away. In fact, Christchurch just a few days ago, he really got into Aqib Javed, took 16 off his second over, and so now he's trying to dominate the ascendancy again.
Slow ball, well bowled, and a big appeal there from Aqib Javed. Good bowling. I think that might have been a leg bite. No, the umpire's saying that he got a little edge on that. Well, what a magnificent 6 that was. This is the LBW shot, clearly pushed right outside leg stump. There it is, no wicket for 35. New Zealand won the toss and decided to bat first. Imran Khan went running off the ground into the dressing room. He's had a few problems with his shoulder. This is Aqib Javed. Oh, a ball, he's bowled him. Slower ball, you little beauty. That was a magnificent delivery. He very, very nearly got himself an LBW last over with a slow ball, having been hit for 6. That was a slow one, totally beat Greatbatch, and back go the stumps. It was hardly quick enough to knock the bails off.
Well, quite clearly, it's a very big blow for New Zealand. A very good wicket for Pakistan. Might have got an edge or perhaps a little bit of a pad onto that, but really did him through lack of pace. Magnificent bowling by Aqib.
Yes, and a good start too for New Zealand, thanks to Mark Greatbatch, 17. Just 22 balls, and I don't want to knock that because it's better getting off to a quick start than having a sluggish one. 1 for 35.
Of course, Andrew Jones, he takes quite a while to settle down. He's not a fluent stroke maker by any means. Of course, once he gets in, he starts hitting the ball, but he's more of a collector of runs, a dabber.
He's hit that in the air. This will be out. Caught in the deep. He's got him. Wright has got frustrated. He's decided to go for it, and Rami's sitting down there at the deep long on boundary, waiting for the opportunity to latch onto a catch. Hardly had to move. Wright has now out. The pressure has got to him. This is how it happened.
Well, this is the problem when you get bogged down and you see it there and you think, right, I've got to get on with it. Up in the air it goes, and Ramiz takes a very simple catch. Very good bowling by Mushtaq. Good field placing. John Wright will be very, very disappointed with that, and that will certainly not help New Zealand's cause today.
So Wright out for 13. Too many balls. 44 altogether. New Zealand have lost their second wicket, and the score now 39. New batsman in, Martin Crowe, is welcomed by this big crowd here.
That's a beautiful shot. It's a good reply. Takes New Zealand now on to 2 for 43 in 30. Beautifully picked up. Lovely shot. Way off his toes. Martin Crowe in super form already. And that's a valuable stroke. May not have been a great one, but it's taken New Zealand on to 2 for 63 at the end of that over.
Fine shot, beautifully placed.
That was good placement.
It's in close, got to be close, yes, beautiful bowling. Forced Jones back, gave the umpire Buckner a good look at that. And that's a valuable wicket for Pakistan. Jones, LBW to Mushtaq Ahmed.
What a wicket. Great bowling by Ahmed. Not fussed by the one that went away for 4. He's come in and produced a little jaffa. Have a look at this, pitching around about leg stump, straightening down the line, whack on the back leg. That would have hit middle and off. No doubt about that. Good umpiring too, Steve Buckner from the West Indies. He's had a tremendous World Cup as well, and boy, that has brought the Pakis alive. And New Zealand are now 3-4, what would it be? 87. There's Rutherford's the new batsman now.
Very, very good cricket from Crowe.
Crowe moves on to 33. That is not a very good ball at all. Sohail, inexperienced, part-time bowler, he bowls a big full toss. And exactly where Wasim Akram has moved from, Wasim would move squarer towards square leg. Crowe this time picks his gap, hits it high and handsomely over the field into a big, big open space, and it's 4 more. Rutherford over the top, straight down the ground. He's letting those shackles go now. That's 4 runs, and New Zealand are 3 for 140. New Zealand stepping up the onslaught now. Crowe 49 not out off 50 balls. Rutherford started to play his shots, 25 not out. And Amir Sohail has been replaced at the northern end. Imran Khan has decided to go back to Mushtaq Ahmed. Amir Sohail's 1 over, went for 11. And that's Martin Crowe's 50. Continuing his run of very, very good form.
He needs to be there at the end of New Zealand's innings.
That's in the stands. This is a tremendous partnership building up here.
Kenny Kenny Rutherford was certainly very slow getting off the mark. It took him 20 balls, but since then he scored at the rate of a run a ball and certainly done a lot better than that in the last few overs. But Imran Khan now must bring back, and he has, Wasim Akram to try and steady things down. More importantly, perhaps get a wicket as well and just slow the run rate that's very high at the moment.
Well hit. That also has gone into the stands. The shortest boundary at Eden Park.
Well, when a man's in form, you can't afford to drop it short. And Akram was just fractionally short of a length there, and Martin Crowe was able to pull that just behind square into the number 1 stand for 6 more.
Great shot, beautifully placed. That's the 100 partnership. He's bowled that slow ball a few times. He had one success with it, Aqib Javed. On that occasion, Ken Rutherford brings up his 50. Off the slow ball, it was a touch short. Three for 193.
Will be out, pulling that one, and the keeper Mohan Khan takes the catch. So Kenny Rutherford's innings comes to an end. A very good innings indeed after a slow start. And really the partnership between Crowe and Rutherford is a substantial one. Could well be a match-winning one. And the breakthrough has come for Pakistan, but it may well be just a little bit too late. Still 6 wickets in hand left for New Zealand.
Just drifting a little bit in the breeze, but Mohan Khan eventually grabs it. Rutherford is out and New Zealand are 4 for 194. Chris Harris is the man who's come out to join his skipper. And Imran, with a new batsman at the crease, has now made his move. And he's brought the leg spinner Iqbal Sikandar back into the attack. As I mentioned, he's got to get another 2 overs. Iqbal. Martin Crowe is hobbling down there. Now that's not good news for New Zealand.
Yes, he was stretching that knee at the end of the last over, doing 1 or 2 exercises, but he certainly pulled up. I just don't know whether it's his knee problem. It could easily be a hamstring. There's been quite a few of those tweaked in this particular competition. Of course, Martin Crowe's been out there a long time. He's had a lot of injury problems with a dicey knee that required an operation before the domestic international series. Struggled to come through that, but his fitness throughout this competition has been very good indeed. It just appears to be struggling a little bit now. Yes, he's in all sorts of trouble now as Martin Crowe, and he needs a runner. No doubt about that.
Great Batch is out there, so he's obviously going to run.
Good shot. The area is covered though. It's also the long corner of the ball. Just keeping it on the ground very well and picking the gap well too. Oh, he's got him. That's out stumped. Yes, on his way. No need for the umpire to even enter into the negotiations there. So Harris out stumped by Mohan Khan of the bowling of Sikandar. That was almost odds on. He made 13 off 12 balls, but he wasn't picking the spin, had to go for it, and there it is, all over.
It was well stumped. Ball came along slowly to the keeper, but it was well bowled by Iqbal Sikandar. It's 5 for 214 after 46.
Ian Smith is the new batsman. Imran the bowler. And that's got away square and over the top too. That may be 6. I think that went over the line and hit the board. There's a line down there. That's got to be 6. advantage of that short boundary. The Pakistanis have played right into their hands. They've bowled short balls in that area, which Crow in particular has punished.
That was a wonderful stroke. Unorthodox, the purist might say, hitting across the line, but it was absolutely brilliant. Timing, and he waited for the ball, got his feet into the right position. He's injured, and yet he smashed that away over square leg. It was beautiful to watch.
Away from that one and gets it into the gap as well. And there's a mix-up, there's a run out, yes, Crow's gone. When I say Crow's gone, his mate's really gone for him. So great match, messing it all up for Crow. They got themselves in a terrible tangle, and this can happen when there are three men out there all trying to negotiate whether or not to run. Crow doing the right thing there, saying don't worry about it too. Ian Smith, who's out there at the moment, and he'll get a tremendous ovation. In fact, all the Kiwis at the ground are out of their seats at the moment, cheering the New Zealand captain off the ground. The meat of the bat.
There'll be a lot of discussion in the New Zealand dressing room at the moment as to whether or not Martin Crowe can get onto the field when Pakistan bat.
It's in the air and into the gap. That's four. Out of the seats go the Kiwis. Bad delivery. Too short and given the appropriate treatment. Big appeal, got him, LBW. Yes, he's angled it back in, playing the ball from the crease there. Deepak Patel trying to whip that one away on the leg side. The question is, did he get outside the line? Not according to umpire Shepherd. So he's out, LBW, and I think that might have hit him on the toe as well.
Yes, that'll be quite painful. Deepak Patel is the man who's been used as the opening bowler for New Zealand in their matches. Handy runs there for him. He made 8. Just towards the end of the innings, 7 for 244 in the 49th.
Gavin Larson is the new batsman. Smith gets a full toss, he smashed it away. It's 4, is it? Just short of the line down there at deep mid-wicket.
Seven for 261.
Slow ball again, they'll get one. There was nothing he could do about that. Good one from Imran, that ball. So 7 for 262 off the 50 overs. They received 304 balls, and Smith ends up not out 18 off 10. What a little gem of an innings that was to finish off. And it's just going a little quiet.
Morrison back into the attack. The helmets are on. This is do or die for New Zealand.
Is it ever? Sudden death, the semi-final. 4 for 215. A very tense crowd. Boy, have they got their money's worth. This is Morrison, little beauty. But I tell you what, it's been a tough day for Miandad. He's had to keep his cool out there. There's no way you can give him out there. Oh, and that's got him!
This time.
He's got him!
Absolutely right.
Emzamal al-Haq is run out. They have tried it once too often. And I tell you what, the Kiwis are all out of their seats. On the ground, they've all gathered around. This man has played a magnificent innings. It's all come to the end. And he's just wondering now as he wanders back to the pavilion whether he's taking Pakistan's World Cup chances with him.
Well, he scored 60 and 37 deliveries. There's that man Harris again, and he doesn't miss.
He's pulled it. Man out there at square leg. He's defending. It's going fine. It could go all the way. He's coming around quickly. We dive. That's 4 runs. And Pakistan have won the first semi-final at Eden Park. A magnificent performance by Javed Miandad, Inzamam al-Haq. And look at that, look at Javed. What a performance points from the veteran. A magnificent win. When you're chasing 262, you have to do all the hard work.
Well, the entire Pakistan team has raced onto the field, and no wonder. This has been a fantastic batting performance by Pakistan. 263 was the target. Always looked a stiff target. At one stage, the run rate required was up to 8, 9 and over. Wickets kept falling. Key men got out. Inzamam ul Haq played a gentleman innings and then was run out just at a crucial time.
A courageous innings by captain Martin Crowe, who top scored despite pulling a hamstring. Crowe and Rutherford added 107 in 113 balls to the delight of the patriotic home supporters. New Zealand will be delighted with a total of 262. Incredibly, New Zealand lost this semi-final, having looked likely to triumph for so long. Chris Harris came off worst to the remarkable onslaught from Inzamam ul Haq. The leading wicket-taker in the competition was smashed for 72 off 10 overs, and the New Zealand team really missed Martin Crowe's leadership in the latter part of the Pakistan innings. Pakistan go on to a convincing win over England in the final, but New Zealand can take pride in a great team achievement and splendid individual performances. New Zealand dominated the first phase of the competition, and captain Martin Crowe received the award as outstanding player of the tournament. The young guns will long be remembered by an adoring public and serve to inspire future generations.